Every world you know has always been connected to the rest. The knowledge required to cross between them, however, is a relatively recent revelation, at least to most. Civilizations beyond number are adjusting to the daily life brought by navigation of universes within universes. As fates entangle on an unfathomable scale, it should be so much harder for unfortunate souls to slip between the cracks. So why is it that homesick travelers are returning to nothing but space stuff and despair? What is causing worlds to disappear without so much as a trace or a witness? Infinite possibilities include those we wish didn't exist, but it also includes heroes determined to set things right. Hello GameCola faithful, and welcome to the Kingdom Hearts Adventurecast, where we will be playing a tabletop RPG called Interstitial, Our Hearts Intertwined. I'm Blue Rider, I'll be your GM and host, and today I'm joined by...
Hello, I'm James Pelster, and I will be playing the character Samus Aran, who goes by the playbook The Prodigy.
Hi, I'm John Rizzi. I'll be playing as the character Obi-Wan Kenobi, using the Mystic playbook.
Hello, I am Leaf, and I will be playing as Grandpa from Stardew Valley, and I'm using the playbook The Apparition, which may or may not have been written by a resident of our very own GameCola Discord server.
One of these characters we're playing as is not like the others.
I don't know, I feel like all of these characters are not like the others.
Yeah.
So, let's start off by talking about what we have for links. For the audience, a link is a representation of your connections and relationships with others. All links, no matter positive or negative, are important. There are usually 4 kinds of links. There are light links, which represent friendships and loves. These links are generally positive. There are dark links, for rivals. These are born out of negative emotions. There are mastery links, for teachers, students, mentors, or apprentices. These links can be either positive or negative, but leans on one learning from the other. Heart links are made with those whose actions or attitudes lead you to introspection or the discovery of new things about yourself. All of the players get 3 links to start with, one with both of the other players, and since there are only 3 players, there's one extra, just to give them a good amount, because links can be used in a variety of mechanical ways. So, what are your guys' links, and why?
So Samus's first link is with Ridley. It is a dark link because he represents an enemy, a foe that she constantly tracks down, whom no matter how hard she fights, and every time she thinks that she's defeated him, he always seems to come back to threaten the safety of the galaxy and the worlds. Next up is a dark link with Grandpa, who is more so this sort of annoying, crotchety old man who doesn't understand the true purpose of her mission and seems to view her as someone who seeks perhaps wanton violence or simply bounty hunting for the sake of it. And finally, she has a mastery link with Obi-Wan, who she views as a very skilled person in the way of battle, and whose very different combat techniques compared to her own is something that she aims to learn from.
My character Obi-Wan has a mastery link with Jedi Master Yoda, because basically he's a mentor to him. He also has a mastery link with Grandpa because he sees him as like a living ghost, which is something he's never seen before and wants to learn more about. Obi-Wan also has a heart link with Samus because he sees her as a bit rash, but not as much as an old apprentice he used to have. But he also looks to her as like she can help improve himself also in that introspective. Yeah.
Grandpa has a mastery link with the farmer. This does take place post grandpa's death. He is a ghost, as I think that Obi-Wan already pointed out to us. So while he is not like actively in the farmer's life, they do have that relationship where the farmer is learning through grandpa's farm, and grandpa's farm is teaching the farmer to farm. And I like to think that that Grandpa is also learning about some of the things that he missed out on in the village by dying, and also by getting too old to engage in them through watching the farmer. He has a light link with Obi-Wan because he sees him as kind of a peer. He likes how Obi-Wan engages with the world around him through a lens of peace and violence only when necessary. And he has a dark link with Samus, who he just kind of pictures as this annoying child that tags along with his otherwise fantastic friend.
Delightful.
Delightful.
Okay. Now we'll talk about the moves you've chosen for your playbooks. Let's start with Obi-Wan, because you changed the names of yours. In the rulebook, the moves you've chosen are called For Your Own Good, From the Ether, and What Are You Doing Here?
Yes, and respectively, I've changed those names to Who's More Foolish, Alternative to Fighting, and Hello There.
Great changes.
Probably the nerdiest thing I've ever done. I love it.
It's great.
That's kind of what this game's all about, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alternative to fighting lets him basically find items that he needs when he's confronted with a daunting obstacle. Who's More Foolish gives advantages for pushing someone away for their own safety. And Hello There allows them to communicate with another character when they share links, no matter how far apart they get.
I figured that would be a very useful skill.
Yeah.
Does sound useful.
Samus with the Prodigy playbook got If There's No Door, Then I'll Make One. When the way forward is unclear, roll with Mastery to open a new path forward. He who strikes first wins. When you take the time to analyze a combat situation before it starts, you may ask the GM, what will happen if I blank once? I will judge you myself. When using Strike with Intent against someone that stands against your ideals, roll with Light and take +1 forward on your next move if the strike is a success. The Apparition has a playbook feature, which is a mandatory move that they take at character creation. Because Grandpa is a ghost, without connection to people, he is nothing but an invisible force. He can only be seen by and physically interact with people he has a link with or who have a link with him. Any roll to physically interact with someone he does not have a link with must be rolled with disadvantage. There's also a Mile in Your Shoes, which allows him to attempt to possess an NPC. And there's also the Sixth Sense. When you successfully use the basic move Deep Dive, you may ask what here is not as it seems as a free question. And I believe that is all of them.
I feel like we have to remember that disadvantage thing, because I think that would probably make a big difference with combat if I'm fighting someone that I'm not linked to. Okay.
So, this morning, you woke up, Samus. You woke up and, gosh, dang it, geez, wouldn't you know it? All your gear's just gone. That's crazy. But you're used to it by now. Luckily, you've had the good sense to install some tracking software into it. Your sensors led you to this world, before cutting out at least. Using your ship's scanners, you've narrowed down this world's most technologically advanced locations. You're hoping this will help you find a lead. You're descending a ways outside what looks to be a major city upon a forest clearing that acts as the yard for a curious, cylindrical blue building. Is there anything specific you're doing to prepare for your landing?
Mainly just checking out systems, ensuring that my targeting is good and that I'm just landing in a relatively clear area. Samus is still definitely not fully adjusted to traveling between worlds, so she just generally tries to stay relatively out of sight, especially since it seems like someone has made off with her things already. She doesn't want anyone doing the same with her ship or any more of her technology.
I think activating the landing gear would be a good start, though.
Yes, that this ship doesn't have landing gear; it just hovers.
All right, deploy landing hovering thing.
Yes. she pops out of the ship. There's a she has to make sure before she exits the ship through the hatch on the top that she disables the automatic fanfare that plays. Which would normally go da 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 da.
Okay. So to be clear, Samus, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you to narratively use magic act, as that is usually based on your gear, because so
Yeah.
that'll be a bit challenging. It'll take a bit more creativity until you get your gear back.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Do I know exactly what gear was taken specifically, or is it just like most of my stuff?
What are you usually left with at the beginning of a Metroid game?
See, at the beginning of a Metroid game, I usually don't have much. At most, it would be some missiles and maybe the morph ball.
No, not the morph ball.
Okay, well, it depends. I think at the beginning of Metroid 2, she has missiles and the morph ball.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right.
Okay, so you land, or you hover above the clearing and step out.
Okay.
Out to greet you is a young girl in a red dress with a green tie or green bow in her hair. She runs up to you, seemingly ready to fight, and she stops when she looks at you, Samus, and says, "Wow, you're ugly. What kind of robot are you supposed to be?"
Oh, what a charming young lady.
Samus says, "I'm not a robot." She considers for a moment taking off like her helmet for her suit, but decides against it and says, "You're just gonna have to trust me on that."
She says, well, that's even worse, I think.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
Would you like to roll to make a Dark Link with roll?
Yes, I think I would.
Excellent.
We're off to an excellent start tonight.
So roll with your Dark stat, which I believe is your lowest. So
okay.
Mark mark experience.
Okay. All right. That was terrible. I rolled a 2 and a 1. Ooh. So that's 3 and then -1 because I have that's my skill.
Mark another experience for your failure. Starting off strong.
That was terrible. All right. So mark 2 experience. Okay. That's not gone well.
On a miss, your link move doesn't trigger. The GM gives you a link, but also picks one. Someone else gets a link or make a move as hard as you want. I'm going to give her a Dark Link with you, and I'm going to give you a Light Link with her, because as much as you want to hate her, you just find her just interesting and a little charming, even though you wish you didn't.
Some kind of strange magic at play. And who do I address this? Yeah, who do I address this link to, by the way?
This is Roll.
Roll. Ah.
So as you're having this exchange, A man comes toddling out from the building in the wake of Roll, and he's kind of puffy in both his appearance and his facial hair. He's sort of like a cloud if it became a person. He's on guard, and he asks...
A strange-looking man.
He asks what you're doing at his house / lab.
What are you doing at my house?
Samus says, my technology and my gear was stolen this morning. I came in search of the closest place I could find as far as tracking goes, and this seemed to be one of, if not the most technologically advanced places I could find. I'm not here to fight, unless, of course, you're the ones who took my stuff.
No.
And I'm here to make sure she doesn't fight.
Stolen technology. That sounds like it could only be one person. Dr. Wally.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Doctor who?
Dr. Wally.
Dr. Mispronunciation.
No. I know
he
what you're
seems to
trying to
struggle
do.
with the name for some reason.
I love that. Also, I'm sorry, real quick, just a step from a meta question here. Is it just Samus here right now, or is everyone with me? Have we met each other at this point?
Yeah, you've known each other for a while. You've gone on an adventure or two.
Okay.
Grandpa and I are on the ship playing Monopoly.
Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, Samus says, all right, well, whoever this Dr. Wawi person is, I would...
No, Dr. Wally.
Okay.
It gets worse every time he says it.
All right. Well, however, whoever he is, I need to get my stuff back. Would you be able to help me with that?
I think we might be able to help each other. You see, my dear friend, Mega Man, he went on a mission to defeat Dr. Wily. He defeated all the robot masters, but I lost contact with him. So I can use the teleporter to send you to where he went, and you can find him and your stuff.
Sounds like a plan to me.
How do we know that your stuff is there?
We don't, but it's the best I could find with my tracking. So,
but he's teleporting us somewhere else.
Yeah, your scanners sent you to this planet. Your stuff is on this world, but something went wrong with it right after that. This was just the nearest lead you had.
Would it be prudent to deep dive with Dr. Light here, or who I assume the name came to me. I know he hasn't introduced himself yet.
I whispered it in your ear.
Yeah. Would it be prudent to deep dive and just like get more information and try to understand his motivations, whether he's telling the truth or not? Or I guess if I wanted to do that, what would I do?
I mean, I could do that.
I would be better for that since I get a free question.
Samus like taps the hatch on the ship, assuming you haven't come out yet, and is like, "Hey, we got some people to talk to here. Come and help me out."
The deep dive move does come with a list of questions. It sounds like you might want to instead try to convince somebody. To convince him to tell you the truth, if he's not already.
Okay.
Well, if we not to say we're not going to do that. If we do use deep dive and I do it, then we automatically get what here is not as it seems, and then we would get a bonus question. That does seem like it wouldn't be all that helpful. So potentially,
looking at these questions,
convince somebody.
Well, that's also rolling with heart. Samus has +2 to heart.
Okay.
So,
which means you get an experience, right? If you roll with your like highest or something.
No, when you're making a link, when you roll with your highest stat, you gain +1 to the roll.
Okay.
All right. Well,
so both of those moves use heart, so you can do either.
Okay. let's do convince somebody just to try and get more information about, where this teleport, can you assure me that this teleporter is safe and that we're really going where you say we're going? So, is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. All right. Dropping my die off the end of the table. Sorry. I rolled it like 3 times and it fell off each time. Let me move some more space here. Okay, that's a 4 and a 3, so that's 7 plus 2 is 9.
Nice.
So what do you say?
I'm saying, with all due respect, I'm not just stepping onto some teleporter without having some kind of proof that it goes where you say it does.
So on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but they need some clear assurance or evidence first. I'm going to a little bit fudge that for sake of ease. He says, yeah, it's set to the coordinates I last sent Mega Man to at Dr. Wily's castle. I mean, it's dangerous there. If you really aren't sure, like, I can send one of you and then instantly teleport you back.
I'll go. Tell him that you'll send your imaginary friend.
Okay.
Doctor's like, who said that?
Samus goes, I'll send... What? she starts saying it and then just like stops and is like, what?
Can I if I form a link with him, he'll be able to see me, which would make things easier, but I don't know on what grounds I would do that. Aside from like maybe some camaraderie over the fact we're both old.
Ooh, that's fun. Someone.
That would be a heart link, wouldn't it?
Finally.
That would be
Yeah,
a heart link.
a heart link.
A heart
Yeah,
link?
do it.
All right. I have...
or a light link. Are you
Hey,
realizing you're old, or are you just being his friend?
I would like to bond with him over our aches and pains, so I think a heart is probably...
Wait, what aches and pains? You're a ghost.
Shut up.
I think that'd be a light link, because you're not realizing anything about yourself.
Okay, that's fair. All right, I have...
And
well,
light
here's the
is
thing.
your lowest...
Yeah.
So you can gain experience.
All right, yeah, sure, I'll gain some experience. All right, rolling. Oh, I got an 11. So I got a 10.
Good job.
Which means that I could choose to make myself invisible to him, which would make this completely useless. So I'm not going to do that.
Which would counteract.
All right, so I'm visible to him. I have a light link with light. It's great. It's a good time.
And he gets a link with you.
Cool. And I say, Dr. Light, send me. I'm dead. I got nothing to lose. And if you could leave me for a moment so I can deep dive while I'm there, and then pull me back.
Ooh.
He is busy screaming at your sudden appearance.
Stop screaming. Calm down. You will be like me someday. It's not that bad.
That's just more cause for alarm.
Somehow a dark link forms between the two.
What kind of robot is this?
I'm not a robot, man. I'm a ghost.
Why is everyone assuming
Ghosts are real?
robots?
With me,
I
it makes
into
sense.
the wrong field of study.
It's okay. You'll have time to correct that after. You know what I'm saying? There's an after. It's a good thing.
I guess that's comforting to know.
Especially at your age, it should be very comforting. Because I went into that dark night not knowing.
I'm going to have to rethink a lot about what I understand about the soul. If Mega Man has a soul, is he going to become a ghost someday? I'm so confused.
Probably.
Nothing like an
I would be more
crisis to
excited
start
about
your
the
day.
fact that you have created souls than anything else. That's where you need to be going with this.
Touche.
But that means I've just been playing God this time, even more than I already thought.
Okay. I don't have time for your issues. I would like to get on that teleport pad, please.
Right, yes, down to business. Mega Man needs us.
Exactly.
He-
The soul
he-
you created needs you.
Your friendship compels him to put aside his mental stress for the moment. You
Your
step
compulsion.
/ hover onto the teleporter pad. He stares for a moment like, I don't even know if this is gonna work. But he sends you, and you find yourself in front of a bunch of steps, and they go into a weird-looking building, but
Okay.
ahead of you, you see some bouncing robots. They have, like, pogo spring legs, and they're big enough to crush a man.
Wow.
But they're not very smart from what you can tell. They just kind of hop back and forth.
Okay.
They don't see you.
They have one eye.
They can't
They
see
do.
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I
They're
want
not
to.
equipped for ghost hunting, actually. So
That's a good thing.
they do not
Well, yeah.
see you.
Because he doesn't know ghosts exist, so why would he make robots that could handle that? I would like to try to deep dive before I'm ripped back, which is another roll with heart. Oh, I forgot to mark experience. Okay, I'm rolling. I got 9 minus 1, so 8.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, ask one of the questions, and you also get your sixth sense. So what here is not as it seems, and you get your one from the list, which is what here could I use to blank? What here is not as he seems, which you get for free. What is the best way out of this situation? What is the biggest threat here? And what was done here recently?
I would like to ask, what is the biggest threat here?
Okay. You take a quick float through, and inside you find a bunch of... It's like a obstacle course of death and evil robots. There's ladders and spikes, there's like flamethrower floors, there's weird harmless missiles that don't hit anyone who's trying to cross the spike chasm for some reason. I don't know why they're not dangerous, but there's a weird room that's just like you go through the door and then there's a big wall with an opening at the top, and past that you find like an empty room that feels ominous.
Okay. So
The
that was
hair
my
would stand up on the back of your neck if you were alive.
So that was that the answer to both questions, or was it just
No, that was the answer to what's the most dangerous thing here. What here
Okay.
is not as it seems. And like this, didn't he say this was gonna send me to a castle? This doesn't seem to be a castle. He must have the coordinates wrong.
Also in the
Okay.
background, you hear a faint.
Okay. I will go back, assuming that I can.
Yeah. Once you've assessed the situation, you are suddenly pulled back to where you were.
Okay.
He's like, I hope I gave you enough time.
You did. Thank you very much. That wasn't a castle. So if you could
It
explain
wasn't?
that.
He double checks his coordinates.
I feel like
and
they're
he's
gonna have to tell him exactly what you saw.
No, I can just say that wasn't a castle.
He checks his coordinates and he's like, oh, right. Yeah, that was the pre-penultimate transportation before the castle. My mistake.
So it
Lulu
was
For
said
some
it.
reason, I connected them in my mind, even though the only thing connecting them is these evil robots.
You might want to get that checked, man.
But Mega Man was there recently.
So, do you need to send us somewhere else? Because that place was dangerous.
Sorry, let me change the coordinates real quick.
Should
Samus
we?
says, this is why it pays to double check. He says, thanks, Gramps.
You're welcome, Samus. I wasn't expecting a thank you from you.
Roll is very confused at her grandfather speaking to no one, and she's glaring at Samus with just despise in her eyes. She's just like, what have you done to him? You've made him gone senile.
From Roll's perspective, he started screaming and then having an existential crisis with no change.
Yeah.
What?
She feels justified in her hatred of Samus.
Yeah.
So there is now the question of, should we double check these next coordinates, or should we just blaze ahead and hope he got them right this time? Because he said pre-penultimate, which means third from the last, I think.
Yeah.
Third from the last before that one, yeah.
Yeah. The third from, yeah, that would be, I think that's right.
Which is,
in total, it is the anti-pre-penultimate one.
oh my goodness, which is pretty far off. It does make me question this man's ability to do anything. No offense.
Out of game, it is because for some reason, it's a Wily stage, even though at the end he gets teleported out and back to the lab, I assume.
Yeah.
I think actually it does go to the next one, but it is weird that the teleport back to the lab animation is used at the end of it. So I took creative liberty.
He's got because most of the Wily stages, they just end somewhere and they don't naturally progress to the next stage. So it's basically just like, why did we go here?
Yeah. A lot of stuff in Mega Man actually doesn't make sense. Just so you know.
We are going to make Joe so upset
Joe,
when he listens to this.
He knows I'm right. What city do they live in? Where's Dr. Light's laboratory? Is it New York? Is it Monsteropolis? Is it Mega City? No. Yes. It's a forest. I don't know.
I think the better question is, what the hell is 2000X?
Oh, that is a good question.
That's 2010, don't you know?
Yeah.
2010.
All right.
So
okay.
what would you like to do?
I don't know. Y'all, any opinions?
I could go and I could talk to you guys telepathically.
That's true.
Samus says, I'm just inclined to do it. If it's closer to the goal than it was before, we can just push on through.
I mean, I agree with Samus, and also I agreed with Hello There Man.
This is not our first adventure together.
No.
Samus goes, no, I like it. Hello there, man.
Hello there, man.
I glare at Samus like
Isn't it fun that I don't get the blame?
She just kind of gives him like a joking shrug.
I feel like Samus and I are having some nice times, and I wouldn't be opposed to my bond towards Samus turning light at this point.
Sure. I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, roll make a link again.
Okay, I will go first. I'm rolling with light.
Which is your lowest stat, I believe,
Yep.
So you get an experience.
I rolled a 7, so it's a 6. That's not great.
Oh.
I think that might be bad, actually.
In fact, your links become worse, and you become enemies now.
Dun dun.
Begin combat.
Well, I think there's also a possibility with Grandpa that the person I link with can't see me anymore if I roll too low.
Oh.
No, so I get to choose whether your link move doesn't trigger or the link isn't what you intended, and I also either get to give a link to someone else or make a move as hard as you want. I think I'm gonna let you have the link you want. Your link move just doesn't trigger, and I'm gonna make a move.
God forbid. My useless link move doesn't trigger. I can't believe it.
And who Samus wanted to change it to
Light as well.
Okay.
All right. Okay. First roll is a 6. Second roll is a 3, and that's my worst stat because light and dark are tied for being the worst. So that's
so you
6
gain
plus
an experience.
3 minus 1.
You're already over halfway to leveling up.
Nice. So that's 6 plus 3, which is 9, minus 1 is 8.
So the link type changes.
All right.
You have a
Hooray!
light link with Samus.
About time.
We're friends now.
We're friends now.
Just so that people know, in the
Yay.
practice session, this didn't even come close to happening.
Nope, not at all.
It was amazing.
I think we're just on better terms today for some reason.
Yep.
Started off on the wrong foot, the one without all your weapons.
Yeah.
I don't have any
I feel
weapons on my
less
feet.
threatened.
Which is interesting.
Now, I suppose that we are done with the formalities. Can we get on with the mission, please?
Right.
Are you all going?
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Let's do it.
It'll be fun.
Come on, hello there, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Samus dunk 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 steps up to the teleporter.
So you all get on the teleporter pad, and he sends you off. You arrive on top of what seems to be just a platform very high in the air. There's a path of platforms in front of you. There's gaps between, and then there's a tall green building.
I'll
Okay.
hop across, and I can hop across and use magic to bring Samus across.
I can float,
All right.
maybe?
Yeah, you're a ghost. It's fine.
Yeah. This suit is rather heavy, so jumping is not necessarily my strong suit.
You haven't gotten your screw attack jump yet.
No, I haven't got space jump or high jump. I don't have high jump boots.
You can't jump.
Samus can jump.
You
Just
can
not very high.
You can do a little hop.
Yeah, it's just not very high.
Not Mega Man levels high.
Yeah, no, certainly not.
So, for this, I'm going to give you a peek behind the curtain. You did roll a failure, which let me make a move as hard as I wanted. I chose to do something off-screen, / change the answer to a question. The question being, where is this going to send us? And the something off-screen was, he accidentally inputted the wrong thing again.
Gosh, darn it. But we don't know
Dang it.
that.
This doesn't appear to be a castle. Well, maybe just a tall castle. A skyscraper? Is that a castle? Maybe
Okay.
in this world.
Yeah.
So you're going across, and suddenly you hear a chink, and you see beneath you there's like a little platform with a sprinkler attached, a pink robot sprinkler, and it shotguns out pellets of energy in every direction. What do you do?
In the Mega Man world, we call them lemons.
Dang it, John.
I'm assuming I don't have my lightsaber, right? You said all our
You
equipment.
do.
Oh, I thought you said our equipment. Oh, is it just Samus's equipment
No,
that was
just,
gone?
Yeah.
just my equipment.
Okay.
This is the explanation for why I don't have gravity suit and space jump and screw attack and all
Okay.
things.
Okay, so I get behind Samus and, or not behind, I get in front of Samus and Grandpa, ignite my lightsaber to deflect said energy coming right at us.
Okay, so roll to protect someone, or defend from harm, is what it's called.
Rolling.
And that's with light.
Rolling. 5.
5.
Uh-oh.
So, if you want, you can spend a link to gain advantage on a roll.
Saying the roll was 5. Yes, please.
Okay, so, reroll your lowest of the 2 dice you rolled. And which link did you spend? So to roll with advantage, to reroll, you had to spend a link. So one of your links, erase that link.
Okay. Bye, Grandpa.
You
won't
can't.
be.
Oh,
Okay,
wait, no.
well,
he
you know
still
what?
has a link.
Fine. Oh, yeah,
Actually,
that's true.
it goes both ways. Yeah. Your relationship still stands, but you're just not, you've drawn the power from it for the time being.
Can it come back?
Yeah, when you make an emotional breakthrough with someone you already know, you form a connection with the character or make a link.
Okay.
All right, so I'm rerolling only one dice this time.
Yeah, the lowest die. What were the two dice?
One was a 4 and the other was a 1.
Okay, so reroll the 1 and keep the 4.
I don't think it matters. It's a virtual die anyway. Just saying. 5.
So it's a total of 9. So on a 7 to 9, it costs you expose yourself to danger, or the GM makes a move. Yeah, I'm just going to make it so that you take a harm. You are uncharacteristically overconfident with your lightsaber, and you step in front of Samus to defend her and easily deflect the pellet that is aiming for her. But you just miscalculate a little bit, and it hits you in the arm. You take 1 harm.
Ow, my arm. It's been harmed.
Careful there. I might be better at dealing with ranged situations.
I could have tried to defend you from harm, but you broke your link with me. So.
I mean, you can still.
I know I can, but I'm bitter. Can I change my link to dark?
I'm in this for entertainment, not strategy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really makes sense, because I don't think you can like tell that he in character that he spent a link mechanically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like he's trying to protect us, so I feel like that's still like a noble thing to do.
Yeah. And they're still friends. They're just the power's used up for a bit.
Yeah. Samus, so can she try and take out that turret or whatever this is with her arm cannon?
Sure. You can either strike with intent, or I think use magic is also a possibility. Cast magic, because we have been using it like that, and it does allow you to cause 1 harm.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do strike with intent.
Okay. If you do, you're going to have to
roll with
defend
dark.
yourself from harm to avoid taking harm, because when you strike with intent, you trade blows.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now, but if I cast magic and I fail that roll, what are the consequences of that?
The book does not say, so I would get to make a move.
Okay, which is just something in the adventure happens.
Basically, I have a list of moves.
Okay. See, I'm going to use magic because that lets me roll with mastery, which is better than rolling with dark.
That makes sense.
Okay. First die is a 2. Second die is a 1. Plus 1 is 4.
Would you like to spend a link with someone? You have a tasty looking roll.
Yeah, I think I would like to spend my light link with roll.
Your dear friend.
Yes, my dear friend.
So reroll the 1 and keep the 2.
Okay. That's a 6, so 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9.
Excellent. So you get to pick 1 from the list, and I believe you were going for this magic causes 1 harm. So you step in front of the other 2, and you take a blast at it before it charges up again.
Okay.
And for that success, I'm going to let you continue along the pathway until you get to the building, and you keep shooting these little sprinkler buddies.
Okay.
As I think they're officially called canonically.
That's the we'll have to check it up on the Mega Man database.
No, I'm pretty sure with my consummate knowledge of Mega Man. All right. Everything I say is real.
All right, Samus. All right, we're gonna run along and try to get across these platforms. Then I guess just Samus is covering fire.
You get along these weird paths that you don't understand. They're like, are they floating? Are they what's happening here?
What
Why
is
is it
happening?
like this? And you get to this building, and you climb down. You climb your way through it. There's some weird wall magnet bots that you take out with ease, and every couple rooms as you descend ladders and just drops. This is a very weirdly designed building. No normal human would be able to navigate it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it like this?
Yeah.
Every couple of rooms you enter a big empty room that it feels like it should be important, but nothing happens. It's really weird. But you keep going and you get to the ground floor, and as you drop in, there you see a strange room that's different from the rest. The walls seem to be covered in tiles that are placed in a random alternating pattern of green, yellow, and red. The door slams locked behind you, and what you thought were tiles are now revealed to be actual just lights. They flash to life, quickly changing colors from pink, blue, and green before they finally settle down on one each. Two strange-looking devices descend from the ceiling. One of them moves directly above your party. What do you do?
Are we in immediate danger? Like, are they actively attacking?
There's a couple machines. The walls came to life and were flashing, and one of them is positioning itself directly above you, and so far you've been encountering evil robots.
Okay.
I guess it's not impossible that this is a good thing, but use your best judgment.
Can I attempt to possess the one that's gonna fall on us?
I don't think it counts as an NPC. It is not that kind of machine. It's more like a conveyor belt slash light bulb slash radio. Not a person. Mega Man, he ain't.
What is it doing? It just looks like it's gonna fall on us?
It's positioning itself above you ominously.
Yeah. I think I know what is I have enough knowledge of Mega Man. I think I know what's going on here. Can I
please throw an image into the Discord for us who have terrible memories?
Yeah, I can't just find an image of it anyway. But real quick, Samus turns to Obi-Wan and says, "If I lift you up, would you be able to slash at that thing?"
Absolutely.
All right. Can Samus try and lift Obi-Wan up high enough that he can slash at it with his lightsaber?
I could also if you give me enough momentum, I can do a force jump from your boost.
Ooh, let's do that.
So who's helping who?
Samus is helping Obi-Wan try and smash this thing with
Excellent.
his lightsaber or
so
something.
Roll with light to use limit break.
Ooh, all right. That is my lowest thing. So do I add an experience for that?
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right, come on. Big numbers. That's a 4 and a 3. So that's a 7 minus 1. So 6.
Oh no.
And then do I roll?
That's not good.
Also?
So on a miss, you make the situation worse.
Oh no.
So you roll, so you throw him into the air, you got your positioning wrong, and you just sort of throw him between you and it, and you're both directly under it now instead of just one of you. Now it is perfectly positioned to do whatever it wants to both of you.
Uh-oh.
I'll allow you strike with intent if you would like.
I would like to cast magic on it.
What are you trying to do to it?
Unscrew every screw on it at once so it disassembles.
I
Excellent.
don't know if that's within
That
the realm
is-
of possibility of the Force.
He's a Force
It
user.
literally
He
happened in the
can-
Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
trust the Star Wars fan on this one.
I can pull up the exact clip too. It's pretty awesome.
I believe you. Roll
Yep.
with mastery. You get a +2 for that.
10.
Wow.
10. Excellent. Describe your magic and pick 3 from the list. The magic opens something. The magic causes 1 harm. The magic heals 1 harm. The magic hits more than 1 entity. The magic has no unintended consequences. The magic creates an illusion. Magic inflicts a semi-permanent condition. And the magic bypasses defenses.
We could choose magic has no unintended consequences.
Okay. You can choose 1 harm and it will destroy the robot, and that will be you tearing it apart. And if you'd like, I'll allow you to land, and invigorated by this use of the Force, you feel yourself healing that harm you took.
Hey.
If you would like, not to tell you what to do or how to play, but
Yeah, might as well. Might as well, why not? I'm here for fun.
You're for a good time, not for a long time, as Grandpa always says.
Yes, the one who's dead.
Yeah.
you successfully beat this stage, and
Yay! Good
I
job,
did. you
everyone.
beat it by
What did you
defeating the
I'm very
cloning
helpful
machine.
in combat.
Yeah.
The cloning machine.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
you
what I
very
thought.
narrowly avoided cloning both Obi-Wan and Samus and then having to fight them.
The Clone Wars all over again. Am I right?
No, just Mega
Obi-Wan?
Man.
Yeah, this was the scene, by the way.
Yep, there it is. Good times.
Not the
Okay.
grandpa.
Triumphant music plays in your head for a moment as you imagine yourself celebrating this great victory, and you get pulled back to the lab.
Ugh.
Like back where
How
we started?
did it go? Did you defeat Dr. Wowie? Where's Mega Man?
You sent
No,
us to
we
the
were-
wrong place again, old man.
Again, I was sure I checked the right. Oh, let me. Oh, nope, that was. I just moved it 1. Sorry. That was the or the pre-penultimate one. Sorry. Okay, watch me do it this time. I'm moving it to the most recent one I sent Mega Man to. It is correct this time.
Let me walk up to the computer console, look at the location, the destination name, and put the cursor next to the pre part of the name, and just hit backspace 4 times.
just delete free from the name.
I would like to try to possess him and do it myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
This is probably a bad idea.
So roll with heart.
Okay, gonna roll. I got a 6 plus 1. I got a 7. So I can pick 1. My options are: you are in complete control. You don't have to push through stress to maintain control for an extended period. They don't remember the possession afterwards, or you gain relevant information from their memories. I'm gonna take complete control and attempt to put the coordinates in correctly. I don't care if they remember.
Okay.
This poor man.
So the problem here is you've never used a computer in your life. So
We didn't make this story.
roll to push through stress.
That's beautiful. I love that.
I mean, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, do you think it would be Samus or Kenobi to do this?
Well, can I
No,
just
it's fine.
ask
Let's
them
do
to
it. It's
like
great.
tell me what to do?
You
How
can
do I
do
push
that.
through
Yeah.
stress?
You roll
I
with
could've
your
just asked
links.
him
In
nicely.
this situation, I would say it's probably a mastery. So
Okay.
You'd
But
have to roll with your mastery links, which I believe you only have one of, so
That's
you'd get
correct.
a +1 for it.
Well, I already get a +1 for mastery, so nothing's really changed there. All right. So, do you want me to do that, or should I try to get, or should we use like, what was the other one?
You can think about it as you take your break. A few days ago, I was like, I wonder if a situation like this might happen. And so I wrote a custom move for it.
Ooh.
Because you're allowed to do that with this kind of game.
Nice.
I just didn't introduce it because it's a little bit complicated. So, custom move is as follows. Let your heart be your guiding key. When you try to accomplish a task you normally wouldn't be able to, because it would not make sense for your character to know how to or whatever, spend a link with a character more suited to the task. You may now push through stress for your attempt. That is what I was thinking of.
So I still have to push through stress? Okay. So I have to...
I'm going to push through stress. I'm going to change it. Push through stress with advantage and +1. Sure. Yes.
Actually, okay, so I will spend my link with Dr. Light, unless that will just result in us having a...
Ooh. I think that's smart.
Okay. I'll spend my link with Dr. Light, which just results in it being like temporarily X'd out, right? Or do I erase it?
You erase it because it is...
Okay.
You erase it because it's not a locked link.
Okay, and does he have a link with me, or will I vanish from his presence?
Darn, he made a link with someone, and I think you're the only one who made a link with him. So I'm going to say he did because I don't remember, but
okay,
sure.
So he can still see me.
You did. You gave him a mastery link because he learned ghosts exist.
Okay. Yeah. I think that is exactly what happened.
And not a heart link because now he has to reconsider his entire career.
One of those.
Okay. So then I roll. What am I rolling?
So you roll with mastery with an additional +1 and advantage.
Okay.
So roll +2 and then re-roll your lowest die.
Okay, I got 2 3s, so I'm gonna re-roll one of
That's
those.
A 6 + 2 is 8.
And I got 2 5s. So I got a 3 and a 5.
Just
yeah, I can't
so
just re-roll
3 and 5 is an 8 + 2 is a 10. So you get to pick 2 from this list. Succeed at what you were attempting, take +1 forward, ask a question about the scene, or gain an advantageous position. I'd recommend not to tell you what to do, but in this specific position, I'd suggest succeed at what you're attempting and take +1 forward.
So what is +1 forward? Okay, if you read +1 forward in a playbook move, it means that the individual affected will get +1 on their next roll.
So
I get
you would get
+1
+1 on whatever you roll next.
Okay, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. What if I didn't choose to succeed? What then? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that question.
You would not know how to do.
All right, I'm gonna succeed, and then I'm gonna take a +1 forward, and it's just whatever my next roll is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So your heading is set.
I did it.
And you're in an old man.
Right.
Well, I don't want to be anymore. Unless we want to take him with... Guys, do we want to take him with us?
No.
No?
Not everyone will join our party.
Okay. Well, no one else has joined our party. I don't know why you're saying it like that.
Practice session. You literally had a giant spider monster
right,
join
but
our party.
But that's non-canon.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave him behind.
Let's let's leave him to do what he does best,
which is
nothing.
Just freak out about just being possessed.
Yeah, because he remembers all of that.
Yeah. Congratulations, you've traumatized a man.
Twice.
In one morning.
Can we try not to horrify this person who's trying to help us anymore, please?
No. You're traveling with a ghost. I don't know what you expect.
My mastery link with Grandpa. I form a dark link with Grandpa.
Whoa!
Okay, roll.
Whoa.
I find their actions to be reckless.
Roll to make a link.
Oh, that's right. I rolled a 4.
4 total?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh boy. I'm instead gonna give you a heart link.
Oh.
So you're like, oh, I don't really want to be like that. Being the same as that person would make me feel bad about the person I was.
Oh my god.
Well then.
At least in this one aspect.
That's better for
of
character development anyway.
rashness.
Yeah. That's really funny.
And I will make a move. Ta-da. Okay, what do you do?
Forward.
Forward. And Grandpa's completely unaware of this change, right? That's how this works.
Yeah.
This is just like an internal
Yeah.
experience. Okay.
Until he outwardly starts treating you differently, or
Okay.
you possess him and take his memories or whatever.
Well, I
I'm more
wasn't gonna do that.
I'm more civilized than that.
Okay, you activate the teleporter as you do not trust Dr. Light to do it for you, and you are on your way.
All right.
To the right location this time. You're welcome.
Yeah, you got a 10 plus, I believe, so you even got it super good.
Nice.
You skip the beginning of the boss battle level, and you end up directly in Dr. Wawawawa's lab.
We did it.
Before you see a scene that does not bode well.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You see Dr. Light, or Dr. Wawawawa. That will always be funny to me.
Dr. Wowie.
He is in his spaceship thingy, his boss battle mech helicopter thing. I don't really know what it is.
The Wily capsule thing?
Yeah, sure. If that's
Little thing he
pretty
pops
sure
out
it's
of
the-
and wiggles his eyebrows?
You call yourself a
the
fan.
Wowie copter, actually. And the Whirly Wowie, that's what it is. And he's hovering over a defeated Mega Man and an evil clone Mega Man, and through a dark portal steps out another character who is out of game. I'm just gonna give a little peek because it's the first episode and I'm enjoying giving peeks into my thought process for this freebie episode. First of all, I used your last failure to use the GM move, an unexpected visit. And it's by the same character who is responsible for things going wrong in this world. They helped out while Mega Man was doing his clone fight and ended up defeating him. And now he's at Dr. Wowie's lab, where he will meet a terrible fate if no one helps. This character, I never decided who it was because I wanted you guys to decide it. Who do you think is a villainous character that would help Dr. Wawawa?
I mean, I thought it was gonna be the Organization 13 members.
Oh, really?
It can be.
Ooh.
To make it somewhat like Kingdom Hearts, I don't know.
To be transparent, I was not going to have any of them in the game, but they can be.
That we could do,
What's everyone else think?
I mean, seems sensible. It could also just be another character from in-universe, like Base or something. Although if they're coming from, like, a dark portal, it could be, like... Ooh. Could it be, Dark
You can.
Samus,
Ooh.
and she stole Samus's equipment.
That is excellent. Yes, that is perfect. I'm so glad I left this decision up to you because I would never have thought of that for some reason, even though it is obviously perfect. This is so good. I love this game.
It could also be evil grandpa.
Evil grandpa.
Evil grandpa. Like,
Dun,
yeah, it's
dun.
the or it could be the
He
like
works his-
it's the version of the farmer that goes for Joja Corp.
Yeah. Motivated by his grandpa. His grandpa's working for Joja Corp even in the afterlife.
I think I'll stick with Dark Samus for now. It looks like they're about to do something to Mega Man, who is unconscious.
Oh no!
But I don't know any of the lore about Dark Samus aside from the cholera and pregnant.
I don't know. That's okay. I don't either because I've never played
so
the
we can just
Metroid
make
Prime
this
games.
Up. Got it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
How does that work? How are they separate? What's motivation?
So
well, actually,
Dark Samus is literally like a physical manifestation of a substance called phazon, which is basically like corrupts like whoever like gets touched by it or whatnot with dark energy. So she is not really a living being; she's just like living phazon, and it just
gross.
Yeah. So and it just took
Luigi, but bad.
It just yes. So it just took Samus's form because she touched it originally. Yeah.
So they have not noticed you yet. What do you do?
Samus. So it looks like they're about to do something bad to Mega Man.
Something sinister indeed.
Should we try to interfere?
Yeah, I think that might be.
Is there anything around the room we could use?
Ooh.
Well, we could. I think we could use deep dive to figure that out. Right?
Yep, and I believe Obi-Wan also. Could use. Who's more? Who had the?
I have the he who strikes or the she who strikes first wins, where I can ask before a combat situation.
That is the one I was thinking of.
I also have alternative to fighting.
Ooh, that's a good one too. I guess first could I get a better just another redescription of like what is actively happening? Like where are people positioned? What's happening right now as we come in here?
So you're in the area where Mega Man fights Dr. Wawawa at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But Dr. Wawawa is undefeated. The evil Mega Man clone is undefeated. He transported unconscious Mega Man here. And Dark Samus has now stepped out of the portal, and the Phazon has dark portal powers now. That's concerning.
Yeah.
And they're gathered around the Mega Man.
Okay. What will happen if I strike to subdue Dr. Wily?
How do you want to subdue him exactly?
I'm thinking about trying to basically use a missile to blast the ground at his feet to knock him over. So not to hit him directly.
Yeah, so you'd be aiming to take something from them, and that something being his balance.
Yes.
Yeah, if you did that, and you successfully did that, since they're not looking at you, I would actually allow you to knock all of them down, and then you'd get an extra... The three of you would get an extra turn before... You would each get a turn before they can do anything back.
Awesome. Do we want to go with that?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. That is what I will attempt to do. I roll. Let me pull up my sheet here. Okay. Falls off the table every time. Okay. Well, I need like a table that's like 3 times bigger. Okay. First die roll is a 2. Second die roll is a 6.
So that's an 8.
8 plus 1 for my mastery is a 9.
Okay, so choose one. You pick something from them, it seemed. So you take all their balance, they are knocked to the ground and are surprised and stunned.
Okay.
Now, either Obi-Wan or Grandpa can make their move.
Obi-Wan, you got any ideas?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay. So
what can we do? Let's see.
can we get okay, we knocked everyone over. Is there anything we can do to get Mega Man to us?
Oh, force pull.
Okay, let's do that. He's still unconscious, right?
Yep.
All right.
So if you want to cast magic, that is a good option.
All right. Rolling. Is the mouse not working? Okay. There we go. 8.
Nice.
So you describe your magic and pick one.
I use force pull to pull Mega Man towards us and safely unhook him from whatever he's connected to.
Can you heal him?
Yes, I will heal him also.
Is that an option? Okay. Does that wake him
Yes,
up?
it is.
Yes, it does. You did not pick. It has no unintended consequences.
I want to heal him.
So what?
Oh my god.
What do you think is a good consequence?
Oh no!
What can go wrong with pulling a Mega Man to you?
He just falls off the gurney or whatever he's on.
Well, I thought he
He's
was
on
just
the
kind of
ground.
sitting. Yeah, I thought he was just kind of sitting there. I'm presuming
Maybe
just a
you're-
large robot is coming hurtling
Yeah,
at
you're a
us.
bit
Yeah.
hasty, and you pull him a bit hard, and he's now sliding across the floor towards you. Not the most dangerous thing, but you probably want to get out of the way.
Okay. Can I try to defend from harm?
Sure, that sounds like a great option.
Okay, I'm gonna roll with light, which is -1. And I get a +1 because I still have forward, but that'll be me using my forward, so I'm rolling with 0 basically. Okay, rolling. I got a 6. That's not great.
Okay. So
Yeah, that's a miss.
How were you trying to defend from harm?
I was just trying to get in the way, maybe push him away, but definitely block him from hitting my friends.
So you're about to push him out of the way, but you trip, and at the wrong angle you push him directly into Mega Man.
Oh no,
You both
I
take
tripped.
one harm.
Despite the fact
So,
that I'm hovering,
Mega
I
Man-
managed to trip.
Ghost.
Oh, sorry, right, you are a ghost. Okay, you just... It is very difficult to interact with
Yeah.
the world, so you only the force from your hands wasn't quite solidified in the proper direction, and it's
Oh, yeah.
unfortunate. And Mega
I
Man,
also-
whose eyes were fluttering open, now is unconscious again. Kenobi
Was that
takes harm.
robot that I was trying to interact with an entity, like a thing of someone, an NPC?
Mega Man is an NPC. Yeah,
No, the robot that was hurtling towards us.
that was Mega Man.
Oh, then I would
Yeah.
also have to have rolled with disadvantage, and I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah. Well, you already.
But I already failed.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
You if you roll worse, it will be the same. But you do get an experience.
yay! What is
So you-
what is rolling with a disadvantage? Just so I.
So you roll 2 dice, and
Uh-huh.
then the highest die, you re-roll it.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And
sorry.
then you take the lower option.
It's definitely pretty rough.
So you've knocked over Obi-Wan, and you have knocked Mega Man immediately back unconscious, and you're both dazed on the ground.
I'm dazed, or
So
Obi-Wan is dazed.
Obi-Wan's dazed, and you're
Okay.
embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed.
Oh.
I don't think this is doing anything to help Obi-Wan's dark link towards me.
But no, it turned into a heart link, remember?
Oh yeah.
I really don't like the rashness and their lack of control.
Yeah.
Okay, so that failure, I'm gonna say it distracts your team a little, just long enough for Dark Samus and Evil Mega Man to turn towards you. And what's the strongest weapon in your arsenal?
That would probably
The arsenal she doesn't have.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was going. Well,
That
no,
arsenal.
but that Dark Samus would have. So I mean, it would probably be like a beam combination, but also like simplest would probably, I would say, super missiles.
Okay,
Oh, but
so,
if Dark Samus has it, wouldn't she have like the bombs you would have at the end of
Like
Super Metroid?
power bombs.
Yeah,
Yeah, but also
that's a kill everything.
just dropping power bombs are generally screen nukes, so that would be potentially
Okay. I
ill-advised.
guess, so smart missiles. Those
Super
those sound
missiles.
scary.
Yeah, super missiles.
Okay. So you see Dark Samus preparing super missiles, and you look a little closer, and you notice Evil Mega Man is also preparing super missiles.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
I'm dazed. I can't do anything. Can I?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Samus since you're the most up and.
Okay. We are going to try and defend from harm. Samus is going to try to use regular missiles to shoot their missiles out of the sky.
Roll with light.
Okay, that is my weakest, so I get...
Experience, and you level up.
Do I apply that right now?
If you have chosen one.
Okay, I'd like to increase my mastery by 1.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay, so my mastery is now +2, but I'm rolling with light here nevertheless. So defend from harm, my first die roll is a 3. Second one's a 6. That is
And 8 in
9.
total.
-1 is an 8.
So you successfully defend, I guess, all of you, but it costs you. You either expose yourself to GM damage, or the GMX move. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a move and say that Mega Man, or the evil Mega Man, saw this coming, and he was prepared for this, and he's going to use his beam platform gun to run along these beam platforms to get above you,
Ooh.
and
Magnet
he
beam?
has the high ground.
Ooh,
Oh,
magnet.
no.
Nice.
Grandpa,
Flashbacks.
what do you do?
I try to possess him.
Evil Mega Man?
Yep.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I'm rolling with heart, which is a +1.
And you're going to be at a disadvantage.
Shit. Well, okay, good news. I got a 5 and a 6, so I'm gonna re-roll that the 6.
Yep.
And I got a 1. But that's put me at 7.
That is true. So
So
pick one.
I guess I'll take complete control and try to shoot at Dark Samus.
Okay. So
Nice.
roll to strike with. Well, what do you wanna shoot Dark Samus with? You've got all the Robot Master weapons.
I don't know,
You got
whatever
a thunder
Samus is
beam.
weak to.
What? Which robot master is Dark Samus's weakness
Yeah,
in Mega Man
where's the
1?
weakness tree here? I mean, if all else fails, you go for metal blades.
Okay, when you in Dark Samus's stage, you have to make sure you took the rolling cutter first. Everyone knows that. Okay, so roll to strike with intent.
Okay.
It sounds like
roll for rolling cutter.
Yep.
And I'm rolling with dark, so that is a 0 for me. And I don't have to roll with disadvantage because
no.
I am currently possessing someone. So I got an 8.
8's pretty good. So you deal harm and choose one from the list of defend yourself from harm, deal great harm, or take control of the situation.
I am going to deal great harm. However, I am wondering if take control of the situation would be a better move.
That does sound like it would be a good idea.
Also keeping in mind that I did not choose to not have to roll stress to, like, I don't know how long I have control here of this guy. So if I use his body to take control of the situation, we could very well immediately lose control of the situation. So I think I'm going to deal great harm, please.
Okay.
That seems that's fair.
Take notes,
so
Obi-Wan. I'm not that rash, okay? I can be cool sometimes. I'm just a ghost.
Dark
Things are
Samus-
hard.
Dark Samus takes 2 harm as you throw a bunch of rolling cutters at her, and she is off guard and only manages to get one shot in at you to stop you from getting that third hit in. So Evil Mega Man takes 1 damage and you take 1 harm from being in his body.
I do, okay.
And
How many
being hit.
how many healths do these people have? Do we know that?
You don't.
Okay.
But both Dark Samus and Dark Samus, I'll let you know Evil Mega Man since you're in him. He
Okay.
has 2 harm on his harm clock, and he has taken 1 damage. Dark Samus is not looking good after those 2 harm you've dealt.
Okay, so Evil Mega Man has 1 more harm clock, right? Thing?
Yep.
Okay. And Dark Samus,
And
I'm gonna guess has 1, but that doesn't matter. And I took a harm.
There's also still Dr. Whoa.
Yep, that's true.
He's
But
enjoying
he's
the show.
useless.
It's fine.
He's
I was
useless.
just about to say, it is his turn.
Oh.
And
Damn it.
and he's going to climb inside his whirly wowie,
Uh-oh.
because he was standing outside of it to celebrate his victory over Mega Man.
It's like possession, but different.
Well, that would be like saying me piloting my ship is possession.
That's right. It feels about the same to me.
I said
Samus
it.
disagrees.
I'm not afraid.
Samus is deeply disturbed by this comparison.
A dark link forms between the two.
Dun, dun.
Oh no.
Ooh, Dr. Woo 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 Woo. Doctor whatever.
Okay, let's see. Obi-Wan, I believe it is your move.
Am I still dazed?
You have, I'm saying now is you get up, you're good. You do something.
Okay, so Dark Mega Man is shooting Dark Samus because he's possessed. So I say we double team on Dark Samus, and I lunge at Dark Samus, igniting my lightsaber, force jump to slash at her.
Okay, that sounds like strike with intent, so roll with dark.
9.
9's pretty good.
That is pretty
You
good.
deal harm and you choose one from the list.
Let's do deal great harm.
Okay.
That might be overkill.
You
That's okay.
slice Dark Samus in half.
And the wound is immediately
Her-
cauterized.
She's survived worse.
She
Yeah.
first falls apart into two separate chunks and then turns into a puddle and then fades away into dark dust.
Damn.
You've defeated Dark Samus.
Hooray!
1 down, 2 to go?
2 to go.
2 to go.
3 if you count the robot that Wiley's possessing.
Alright, who's next?
I'm gonna I think Samus has had the longest time since her last turn, so go ahead.
Yep. Alright, so Samus is going to... Let's see, so she's probably seen... she's probably going to try and run over to where the sort of remains of... Would she be able to get her, like, some of her powers back if she, like, tried to, like, go over to where Dark Samus was?
Yeah, you find a neat little power-up, as you would see in Metroid,
Right.
or whatever.
You just
got your
wanted to
stuff
sing
back.
that, didn't you?
No! I wanted to get more powers, so what do I get?
You got the Samus arsenal.
All right.
Don't look at me.
Alright, we are going to equip super missiles, and we are going to cast magic to try and shoot down Dr. And his Rafflecopter.
Okay.
Alright. So I roll with mastery. Okay, so that's a 1 and a 5, which is 7. Plus 2 is 9.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 2 is 8. But
Oh,
it's
yes.
the same.
Sorry. Math.
It's okay. It does not matter in this situation.
All right.
So you get to pick one.
We're gonna try. So we're trying to kind of ground his spaceship thing. So I'm just going to say that the magic has no unintended consequences.
Okay. I'm gonna say you break through his windshield,
All right.
which, as we know, is important in his boss fight.
Yes.
That's how you know you're winning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the sign that you've gotten through the first phase.
Okay, and then he's going to... Let's see. He's going to take a shot back at you.
Okay.
And I'm going to let it be Grandpa's turn. There's a shot heading for Samus. What do you do?
I would like to try to throw Mega Man's body in front of the shot.
That was... I
Not-
was
not-
hoping
sorry,
for
Wait,
that.
heal the
Mega
Mega
Man.
nothing?
Yeah, wait.
No,
so
evil
you mean
Mega
evil
Man.
Mega Man? Okay.
Yeah, evil Mega Man.
I thought you meant regular.
You
Mega
did heal him for nothing earlier because of a different failure.
Evil. I want to throw evil Mega Man's body in front, which I think I'm still in control of. Do I need to push through stress to remain in control?
Not yet. No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, if I remain in his body, assume that I successfully get his body in front of the missile. If I am still in his body when he gets hit, do I also take the harm?
Yep.
So I need to try to get his body in front of it and then get out of his body.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
So roll
Have fun.
roll to defend from harm.
Okay.
That's with light.
Which
He's
is
a -1 for you.
okay. Oh.
Would you like to change your move?
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Uh-oh.
Which is a 3. Not that it matters.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Good.
say that you successfully get Evil Mega Man's body in front of the blast, which
Okay.
knocks him out. But you take damage and you go flying into Samus, who takes 1 harm.
Ah,
Does Evil Mega Man take harm?
Yeah, he's knocked out, and you are now you're still in his body, and you're prone, and he's unconscious. So you
Evil
can't
Mega Man
control him.
is dead, right? Because he only had 2 harm.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
dead.
Chunks of him came off. Yeah.
Oh no.
But you're in his. You failed to leave him, so you're stuck in his body for a second. So if that gets obliterated, you're gonna be in a bit of trouble.
I'm still in his body.
The situation does escalate. So the whirly wawa is hovering above you, ready for another shot, and it is now Obi-Wan's turn.
Who is he aiming at?
The both of you.
Samus and
Grandpa.
Okay. So, okay.
Right.
As in Grandpa within Evil Mega Man's corpse.
Within the Evil Mega Man.
Yeah, okay,
Because
got
he
it.
has noticed Evil Mega Man's behavior.
That Evil Mega Man has become good. And dead.
So Obi-Wan, what you gonna do?
I would like to use alternative to fighting.
Ooh.
at this stage?
It's possibly not the
It's like-
most accurate name for it. So
It was the
when
best line I could
confronted
find.
with a daunting obstacle, which is a whirly wawa prepared to obliterate your friends, roll with mastery.
8.
So you're able to get an item that is something serviceable. What would you like
No, wait,
to
but mastery is
help
plus
you?
2, isn't it?
Oh, is it? 1 moment.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So you got a 10?
Yes.
You're able to get an item that you need. What do you think is around here that you need?
A remote control to turn off Dr. Wo's machine that he's using.
That I believe it. He seems like the kind of villain who would have that, to be honest.
He's been taking lessons from Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
They seem in he seems like just a little bit above that echelon, but almost in the
Well,
same.
right, it's not a self-destruct button.
Yeah. You find you look at the wall and there's a little glass case with a remote and a big red button inside, and says, "Do not press while aimed at the whirly whoa whoa whoa."
I use the butt of my lightsaber to break the glass and push the button and grab the remote, point it at Dr. Wo's machine, and hit the button.
So his suspenseful music is playing as your friends are about to be destroyed, and the camera switches between them rapidly, and then suddenly there's his machine turns off entirely, and it falls to the ground, and he's left inside confused. And now Samus, is your move.
All right. Samus is going to strike to subdue on Dr. Wily.
Okay, roll with mastery.
Okay. First die is a 1. Second die is a 1.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That is a
Would
complete.
you like to spend one of your links?
I would like to spend one of my links. I'd like to spend my Obi-Wan link.
Yeah, good. You literally cannot get a worse roll.
Yeah.
So
That was so horrendously bad. So do I completely re-roll or do I do advantage?
You re-roll one of the die.
Okay.
And don't get a one again.
All right. So that's a 1 and a 3, which is a 4, plus 2 is a 6.
Wow.
Ooh.
So
Still
I
not
still
good.
miss.
You can spend another link to re-roll the one
Okay.
if you want.
All right. I'm going to spend another link. I am expending. Can I expend my link with my dark link with Ridley?
Who knew subduing a
course.
defenseless old man on the ground in a crumbling like tech pod would be so hard?
Because you'll
Hey,
see.
he is
You'll
secretly
see.
an alien.
All
Okay.
right.
That was a hologram.
We have to blast him with bubbles. Okay, so I re-roll the 1. It's a 5. So 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 2 is 10.
Excellent.
All right.
Woohoo!
Dun, dun, dun.
So
I'm
I
the only
deal
one Samus
harm
is still
and
linked
choose
with.
2.
Samus picked me.
Yeah. I was thinking mastery as in she's trying to summon, her well of fighting techniques she learned from Obi-Wan. And then spending the dark link, she imagined that the enemy was Ridley in her mind. Anyway, so I deal harm and choose 2. So we deal harm, and I take something from them, which
His
is
consciousness.
What's that?
His consciousness.
Sure. Let's do it. I take his consciousness and I de-escalate the situation.
You've subdued everyone. Well, Mega Man, evil Mega Man is dead.
Yep.
The Whirlwind Copter's
We
a little damaged, but it's
unintentionally
fine.
subdued good Mega Man.
Yeah.
After unsubduing him.
Dark Samus is starting
We
to goop,
also
but she'll be
killed
back.
Dark Samus.
Killed is a strong term.
Yeah, that's Samus's line.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you gather up your Dr. Wah 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 and your Mega Man, and you are teleported back to the lab.
I assume I am no longer within evil Mega Man.
No, he broke in. I guess you could probably take him back too.
We could.
Incineration, I assume.
Like a proper burial.
I'm sure that
Jedi
as
general.
we start to leave, the castle starts crumbling anyway.
Yeah.
I am going to carry evil Mega Man because as a ghost, I do believe that the dead should be treated with respect. I would take evil Samus, but I'm pretty sure she
carry
dissolve into
Yeah,
dust.
with what arms?
Yeah.
You float compassionately above him as you teleport back. Who's carrying Mega Man?
Samus can.
As soon as you return, Dr. Light immediately runs up to you and takes Mega Man from your hands and thanks you profusely for saving his boy.
I just imagine that Samus has Dr. Wah under one arm and Mega Man under the other arm, and she's just holding them both.
Which is hard with only one hand.
She can bend, like her arm cannon arm bends at the elbow. She can hold them up.
I tap Samus on the shoulder like, hey, you need some help there?
Sure, she hands you Dr. Wily's unconscious body. Thanks, appreciate it.
No help for the ghosts. I see how it is. Can't Dr.
You're
Light
a ghost. You don't have any guns. You're a ghost. You don't have concept of weight.
He still has a link with you, I think, is what it was.
Oh, yeah. He has a mastery towards me.
One of the two. Neither mastery or heart because ghosts.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
It
matters to him, but
sure.
For the moment.
I'm also going to I don't remember if I'm able to carry this corpse or not, but if I am, I bring it to him and I say, I'm really sorry about your other son. I did my best.
You slowly scoot across the floor with great effort, an identical dead body to the son you saved. He is grateful and also traumatized again for the third time in like the span of 2 hours. Good job.
I'm also gonna tell him I don't know if this one had a soul, but if I find his soul, I'll send him to you to say hello.
I'd prefer if you'd send him somewhere he'll be at peace rather than suddenly in my lab. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Noted.
He realizes he's been distracted with his child, who he will be able to fix up. But he looks over at Dr. Wawawa, and he's, oh, you also got Dr. Wawawa. You completed the mission. Thank you so much. You've done so much for me.
You're welcome.
How can I repay you?
With money.
I know. I have a spare one of these. And he hands Samus it's a little control, or a little copy module. So you now have a Mega Man-esque ability to copy any interesting technological-based abilities of any foes you defeat going forward.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You did a lot for him. You made his day. Well, you have made his day and have ruined his life.
As it
perfectly
should
balanced.
Be. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so you're celebrating your victory and decompressing after that trial. You were all challenged in different ways, some more than others.
Especially
existentially.
Especially.
And one of you notices that something fell out of Dr. Wawawa's pocket.
I'll notice it.
You see it's a business card, but there's nothing on it that you can tell. It's matte black, and you're not sure what it is, but it feels important.
Dr. Light, do you happen to have a black light?
Ooh.
I'm sure if you root around in the cupboards, you'll find one eventually. I haven't made Ultraviolet Man yet.
Should I use Alternative to Fighting?
Sure, that sounds perfect, actually.
Because we really don't want to fight Dr. Light at this point.
It might not be the perfect name, but we love it anyway.
It would be counterproductive to do anything else.
I'm sorry, would you come up with a regular line? With a better line? Please, let me know.
I mean, I think the original was probably fine.
One that's specifically a line tailored to Obi-Wan.
No, it's fine. I find it slightly amusing.
It's something about how the Force gives you what you need. I don't know.
Okay, wait, I'm rolling. 5 plus 2, which is a 7.
You find something serviceable. So you find a little UV pen light that's dying.
Define dying.
It's flickering as you use it on the card, and its battery will be out soon, but you use it and you don't see anything on it.
Samus, don't you have something in your visor, like a different visor setting that can help us?
I've got this X-ray vision mode, but I don't see anything inside the card.
I could use deep dive, and I mean, any of us could use deep dive, honestly, because one of the questions is what here could I use to read the thing. But if I use deep dive, we also get what here is not what it seems, which could be completely useless in this situation. And I like to do useless things.
Unless the card is not what it seems.
True. Should I do it?
Sure.
I can't decide that for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking my team. All right, yeah. I get a +1 for heart.
We're on our next option, so go ahead.
Oh my god. I got a 2 +1. It's a 3.
This card is impossible to read.
You got to roll as bad as I did.
So when you deep dive on a miss, the GM tells you something you wish wasn't true.
Oh no. More existential dread coming.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So you get Samus, you get a call. An interstellar call from an old friend. So he says, I know your friend, the grandpa, was it? He's from Stardew Valley, I believe. Was his place of origin?
I think so. Grandpa,
that's right.
You were from this place called Stardew Valley, right?
That's right. Don't worry, I'm listening. Okay. I've got my head real close to the phone.
Oh, this is coming in on Samus's visor. So you just pressed up against Samus's face.
That's right. Even if it was a cell phone, that would be what's happening.
Yeah, just personal space. Ugh.
Nope, I'm a ghost. We don't have that.
Kratos in his suit tells you in very sad voice that Arachne heard through the web that that world, it disappeared.
What?
And I think that's where we'll end for this session.
Just so that everyone knows, Grandpa's ability to pass on from this life is entirely dependent on the existence of Stardew Valley, as determined in the character sheet. That's not canon, but it is canon for this. So that is very impactful for Grandpa.
Yikes.
That is I've been having fun being a ghost, and now, oh no, I'm like this forever, actually.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So as the session ends as it started, causing existential trauma. Ooh, that was really good.
Mark experience. Any other way.
Yeah.
Don't forget to mark experience as a little treat for letting me do that.
All right. Grandpa?
I got it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I failed.
That roll.
I'm almost leveled up.
Yep. Thank you very much. And
making a note.
Thank you to the GameCola faithful for joining us for the start of this exciting new adventure. The game played was Interstitial, Our Hearts Intertwined by Riley Hopkins. The Apparition Playbook was written by Little Winky and features art by Scribbles and Dragons. Links to all of their work will be in the show notes. The intro music is Conservation's Conversation by me. I made that specifically for this Adventurecast. It was inspired by music from Kingdom Hearts and our usual song, 5 is Average by Mateo Xavier. If there's stained glass art of the characters, I also did that. If not, I'll cut this, I guess. If you liked what you heard, please check us out on our actual internet website, GameCola.net, or our YouTube channel, GCDotNet, the letter G, the letter C, the word dot, and the word net. Come hang out on our Discord. That link will also be in the show notes. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify or whatever podcatcher you use. And any other calls to action I've missed, do those.
Social
Ring
media
that bell.
platforms if they haven't imploded.
Yeah.
Follow us on
Take a
X, the
roulette
platform
spin on
formerly
that.
known as Twitter.
Yep.
Or don't. Do we use that anymore?
I don't know. I think it's mainly just automated posts for whenever an article gets
Yeah,
uploaded.
that one's not mandatory. The rest are.
Yeah.
The rest being just
The
YouTube.
Discord especially.
Oh yeah, the Discord.
Discord, YouTube.
Join us on
The
Discord
links to
where
the
we
other
talk about
stuff.
video games, and you can interact with resident celebrity Little Winky. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's it, I believe this is goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
I'll miss you.